Next, okay, another one of Palish's. One of you guys who said, very difficult, this is a pattern. I think this was a pattern that you're referring to. Let me know if is some other pattern. Why don't you guys put some questions in the forum, right? If it's different from what we have right in front of us. The practical importance of the role of the industrialist in the establishment of the new order is greater than the economist and the politician. And then I have, which of the following is the errorless combination? ABD, ABC, BCD, other than these combinations, no error. So I understand when some of you say that, hey, you know what, I have a problem even understanding the question, these sort of questions, right? Now, if you look at the question, it's pretty simple. We still have to follow the same procedure. We have to figure out which part has the error. Then we will look at the combinations. What are they saying? Which of the following is an errorless combination, where there is no error? So, for example, if I say part A is where the error is, right? Okay, so if I say part A is where the error is, if I look at 1, 2 and 3, right, I will choose 3. Why? Because in 3, A is not there. Errorless combination. Errorless combination meaning the sequence where the error is not there, I have to choose. I'm just giving you an example. Now, let's do our first step. Identify where the error is. Which part has the error? Let's do that first. The practical importance of the role of the industrialists in the establishment of the new order is greater than the economist and the politician. Now, you tell me what is the subject and what is being compared here. I have 3 people. Industrialists, economist and politician, right? These 3 people are there, okay? Where do you think the error is? Okay, let's go step by step, okay? Look at this. The error is in part 4. Why? What is the subject? The practical importance is the subject, right? This is my subject. So, the practical importance of the role of the industrialists in the establishment of the new order is greater than comparison to the practical importance of the role of the economist and the practical importance of the role of the politician. So, if that is the case, I need that off, right? Are you guys, get the error first, then that off. So, here we are saying the role of the economist and the politician, the practical importance of the role of the economist and the politician is lesser, as in the role of the industrialist is greater than these 2 guys' roles. So, having said that, the error is in E. I don't have that because D is there in everything. So, since it's in E, I have E in everything. So, it has to be, it is not no error because there is an error. So, it has to be other than these combinations. Part 4, right? So, for these sort of questions, what do we do? Same steps, nothing different. It's just that to just get you a little more nervous in the exam. These are all strategies to eliminate as many people as possible, right? You know this concept. This is, in fact, I would say a dangling modifier, right? Something of something is compared, but that part which has to modify that something is missing. I know it's very confusing for you right now, but you skipped it in the exam, right? You'll have to look at the context, figure out what is the subject, what is being compared. Immediately, you should be in the habit of zooming in. Okay, there are 3 people mentioned here: industrialists, economists, politician. I have greater than. Comparative degree is there. What is being compared? So, is that meaning proportionate throughout the context, right? That's what you need to look at here. So, anyway, the steps are the same. Identify which part has the error, then look at the combinations. E is where the error is. So, E is present in all the options. There is an error, so it has to be 4. Okay, let me write that down since you don't get confused. This is the errorless combination. Okay, this is not there. So, I will pick 4. Let's look at the next one. Long centuries passed on when man seemed to gain the knowledge of every other kind, but still held the world of nature in childish wonders. As soon as you read the sentence, you know where the error is, right? Where is the error? Like, you don't even have to think twice. So, look at this. As soon as you read this, 1, 3, 2. Okay, what's wrong with 1? What's wrong with 2? There is another very obvious error, guys. Like, as soon as you read the sentence, like that must be the first error hitting you. What is the meaning that this context is saying? Please understand the meaning first. So, while centuries came and went, man acquired knowledge, continued to gain knowledge. But Even though in spite of him gaining so much knowledge, but antonym hint word, he is still, when it comes to nature, he is always viewing nature with childish wondrous. Is that correct? What is the right word that I need? Yes, Nupur. So what will I change it to? Childish, ISH, suffix is an adjective. Childish and then again adjective, OUS, no. I need a noun. What noun form do I need here? Childish, what's the collocation? You might have read something in this particular context. Childish, I'll give exactly 10 seconds. Let me see who's going to come with the right answer. What is the word I need? I don't need an adjective again. Adjective, in this context, incorrect. Seemed is fine. Look at the general tense in the context. It's past tense, right? Yes, childish wonder. Childish wonder, not wonders. Childish wonder. So, if you understood the meaning of the context, you will immediately know where the error is, right? The general tense in the sentence is past tense. So, you don't have to change seemed to seem, not required, right? Childish wonder. What is it saying? Boss, centuries came and went. Man acquired so much of knowledge throughout all these centuries, but still when it comes to nature, he is always viewing nature with childish wonder. Like he's always amazed by it. There is something new about nature that he cannot fully understand nature in its entirety. So he's always looking at whatever happens with nature with, wonder, amazed, right? Everything else is fine. Some of you might think something is wrong with pass on, but yeah, pass on as a phrasal verb has different meanings in different contexts, but one of the other meanings of pass on is also die, right? Centuries came and went as in died. That's the meaning in this particular context. So in the context, it's fine. Basically, it's referring to came and went. So the error is in part 3, okay? Childish wonder. You change wondrous to wonder. Always remember, you don't need the definite article when you're referring to, when you're generalizing something, right? Here is generalizing man as a common entity, right? While man seemed to gain knowledge. So it's understood. You don't have to say the man. Man in general. So when you're generalizing something, you don't need the definite article. They're not talking about a specific man here, right? Are you following? Man in general. No specific man is being spoken about here in the context. Let's read. Samajik Suvidha Sangam, also known as Mission Convergence, is the most unique initiative of NCT of Delhi for holistic empowerment of women from vulnerable and most vulnerable sections of society. Again, okay, before you look at that context, I'll give you a hint. I don't know how many of you watched this. I covered 10 common errors. Spot the error. I took one session. It's available on YouTube. Maybe those of you who must have seen it before you joined TalentSprint. I don't know how many of you. If you have seen that video, you will be able to identify the error in this question. Let's see. I'll go back to the question. Now tell me, what is wrong? Where is the error? Yeah, it's a very obvious error, right? Yes, correct. The most obvious error is B, 2 superlatives. Usually you don't put that, right? Because unique itself means what? One of its kind. So you don't have, you should not be doing this, right? You don't say this is a most unique opportunity, right? This is a unique opportunity because it's already saying it's one of a kind. Let me give you another example. Humans are most unique because they have the capacity to choose what they do. You and I have the capacity to choose what we do. Again, it's incorrect. Okay, so what did I mean by that? Nobody's answering that. So this is done, right? B is where the error is, blah, blah, blah. Let's move on. Hey, initiative of Delhi is fine, Baba, because here we're not, the importance is not for the location, right? The importance is that the initiative belongs to Delhi. Initiative of NCT, right? So of as a preposition is fine. Somebody had mentioned in, not required.